I wasn't able to spot the colorway that I really wanted to see, which was Purple Cosmos. It's basically neon green and purple all smashed up together. It looks like a Beetlejuice yarn. The entire line is called Supernova, so like they weren't trying to make it a Beetlejuice yarn, but that is exactly what I think of it. I so want to make, I don't know, like a cocoon shrug or maybe a wrap, something very lightweight and flowy, because that is the texture that this yarn has. 80% acrylic, 20% wool, but it's the roving type of yarn. It's a number 2 fine. Yeah, so this needs to have a lot of movement to it. I was thinking that I might want to put it on my knitting machine and make a couple of beanies with it, but I would have to hold another strand of yarn with it. This is just too thin, and especially the fact that it's roving, it definitely would stretch and run the risk of breaking altogether. Things like the mesh stitch, the V-stitch, anything that is very airy and has a lot of space in between the stitches, that's what I'm going to look into for this one. But I did love this color too. It's called Mars Landing. I think there was 3 in total that I got to see in stores. Obviously, I was just super early. It says that they have it in their stores, but they're just starting to put it out. It has a total fall feel to it. So any sort of wearable, really, I mean, it kind of screams like Apple Orchard to me. I know it's supposed to be Mars Landing, so it's like colors of the rocks and stuff, but I'm just seeing lots of fall leaves all wrapped up in this gray and black that's all throughout it. 475 yards in here, or 150 grams. It does say that's machine washable, but don't iron it, don't bleach it, don't tumble dry. That would be a nightmare with this type of yarn. It would just destroy the project. So definitely lay flat to dry. These skeins are like super deceiving too with how much is actually in here. Since it is a number 2 fine, in order to make a sweater, it says 3 of these, a hat 1, scarf 1, obviously, and then blanket, which is a 50-inch by 60-inch. You only need 6 of these. They do have it online right now, and they also have the sale going on for their entire Big Twist. Like I said, it's not just in stores. So if you spot it online, it is still going to be on sale. I was able to use a coupon. They have a 40% off 1 full price item. So I figured I'd go ahead and grab this one and just kind of play around with it. Curious to know if this is a little bit of the thick and thin action. Sometimes that's how it ends up just naturally due to the nature of this yarn. Even though when I rub my fingers on it, like there is a little bit that's going to come off. It's not so fluffy that I'm not going to be able to see any of the stitches, or they're going to run into each other. There is one more place that I want to check and see if they have it. It happens to be on the way home. Also, we need to give it up for my new bag that I have. Look how freaking cute that is. We have Ghost and Bat on this side, the limey green spider webs, and then look at this. Dracula just chilling. I found this the other day, and this is the first time that I've actually used it. I wasn't sure if I was going to love the fact that this part is, it's like a little magnet, but it's a really strong magnet. So once it's closed, it's closed. It's not going anywhere. Normally, I like the bags that have zippers on it. Okay, let's go to the last Joann fabrics, see if they have any. If not, I am going to try this out a little bit. You know what? A C2C stitch is probably the best way to go. Just especially with how there's so much color and the action is kind of all over the place. It really allows it to shine with each step of the color. Okay, that might be what I'm doing. I did find some yarn. There was 2 giant bins. It was kind of in a back room. So normally at this store, that room is some of the clearance yarn, clearance scrapbook, basically clearance anything back there. So I didn't even think to look. I was just kind of roaming all around the store, checking all the end caps, didn't see anything. I don't know if they're rearranging, reorganizing, setting it up differently, but they had quite a few colors. Basically, I saw every single color that they had except for the one that I wanted. Oh, okay, no, never mind. I didn't see all the ones I wanted to. Purple Cosmos, that's on the top, the one that I really want to find. Andromeda and Mother Earth. Let me just show you what this Purple Cosmos looks like. Tell me that is not screaming Beetlejuice. It's everything all wrapped up. Okay, then we have the Andromeda, which is really pretty. I actually have a crochet hook called Andromeda, a resin swirled hook. These are the exact colors. So I'm thinking if I find that one, definitely would like to go ahead and play around with that colorway too. The Nebula. Okay, this is a must find for me. The entire cake is gonna be black and then we just have pops of intense color on it. Then Mother Earth. Okay, that's the next one. We got a little slimy green action there, some dark, intense blues. I think it would just look really stunning all worked up. So those are on my radar. Pretty much every store around me that I've been looking at says that they have it in stock. I'm just thinking it was way too early. I got there before they got anything out. Okay, so a 4mm crochet hook. Normally with roving yarn, I like to use either my metal or my resin one. Wooden hooks, which I actually don't have any right here. I just don't like the feel of it, how it drags on it. If I can find a 4, perfect. That is the end of the outside. Is it gonna be easy to pull from the middle? I'm really hoping so, especially with this cake. I would like to just grab the middle and put it into a yarn bowl. I don't know, I don't see anything right away. Okay, not terrible. Still enjoying the feel of it. I'm just gonna set that sideways as I get started. And you know, this is not really my go-to type of weight of yarn. We're just gonna do a C2C. I was thinking about it on the way home and I don't know, I'm just kind of in the C2C era. Making blankets all over the place with it, so why not? Let's just keep going with that and make a cute little wrap. Okay, so right here, this part is really, really thin. And then here we have a little bit that's kind of got bunched up on itself. I mean, it's pretty far away from my hook, so I didn't do that. That's just how it's laying. I like that feature, especially with things like wraps and hats. Fingerless mitts kind of gives it a little bit of a rustic feel to it. But if you're wanting every single stitch to be super consistent, I don't think, just from what I'm seeing right here, that's how it's going to turn out. Just absolutely loving how this is turning out. Look at this freaking color. I thought I was just going to work up a little bit, maybe do a square, do a swatch. No, this is actually going to be a wrap. Just imagine it. Just long, drapey, flowy. I have a couple of brooches. One is a raven, the other one is a skull. I think that would be perfect for tying this all together. It just screams fall time, you know? Again, I know it's Mars Landing, I get that. It reminds me of crunchy leaves. So this is a yes for me, absolute win. I'm definitely gonna keep my eye out for the other colors, but I'm extremely happy with this one right here. I'm gonna keep working on this. I have a couple of movies that I'm gonna watch. Obviously, we are in the countdown to 100 Nights to Halloween, so I have some movies on deck for that tonight. Otherwise, let me know what you think about this new colorway. If there's any one particular color that is jumping out at you that you really want to see it all worked up. I think this Supernova line has a lot of cool potential because of the texture and also how fine it is. I think it's a great combination of the two. Thanks for hanging out with me today, checking out this brand new Supernova line. Have a super spooky rest of your night, and I will see you ghouls tomorrow.